Hi everyone, and welcome to the 29th session of Deep Blues, an Apocalypse World Adventure. As always, I am joined by my good friends Michael,
Hello.
Jacob,
Hello?
and Seth.
Hello.
Y'all excited?
I'm excited. I'm
I'm worried.
You're worried. I'm excited. I'm ready to die. As always.
Every week we get closer to the end of Deep Blues. The finale.
Every week we get closer to killing Rusty off, and I'm excited.
You can do that anytime you want.
Yeah, I know, because it's right there. My next improvement, I can literally retire your character to safety, but just say, no, that didn't happen. He's dead. I could just do that.
You can just
Retire your character to the safety of a wet, shallow grave.
It's deep, dude. That grave's gonna be deep. What are you talking about?
So, can we get a summary of last session?
Lug went off the shits. What the hell was
We
he
had a very
talking
nice
about?
we had a very nice time on Bobble where nothing traumatizing
He
happened.
ate that disgusting thing. He drank some nasty water, ate a disgusting thing.
You're laughing. Lug is crying and you're laughing.
That's basically what happened too. Lug did cry during the last session. I was very upset when it happened, but it's funny. I'm laughing now. We all saw visions. Jacob saw BG. Michael got to see his grandpap and dad. I got to see my followers that died. We got a tuning fork.
Ruining fork.
Ruining fork. You're right, ruining fork. It's right here. It's right here on my piece of paper where the page is curled up.
That's pretty much it. Just
Yeah.
very, very, very bad things happened.
Bobble is a husk of its former self.
It is dead. But you know what? It's not dead.
What?
Knowledge.
Knowledge.
But regardless, so you're still in the Irigo estuary. Like, you were in, like, kind of more on the edge of it, but now, like, if you want to get to that egg, it's certainly in there. I assume y'all would be heading towards that, right?
It would make sense.
Okay.
It would make sense. It's right there on the way back to Hollister anyway. Can't wait for
Yeah,
Hollister 2.
Just pick it up on the way back.
Yeah, just... I can't wait
So-
for Hollister 2.
Let's do
scared.
start of session moves.
Yeah, and also the highlights. We didn't do that last time.
Well, that's because everyone agreed that they didn't want to change it.
Yeah, I know.
So let's change.
Yeah, I want to do it this time.
Yep. So, who knows Lug best?
I know 2.
Sorry, checking. Wait, that's not that sheet. I have 3.
Damn, he gets
Okay.
to choose.
What to mark?
Mocha cool.
Mark hard. Now who
Okay.
knows Giuseppe best?
3.
1.
Mark sharp.
Okay.
Mark hard. And now who knows Rusty best?
1.
1.
Sad.
Damn.
Oh, you want to choose Jacob?
We don't know Rusty.
Let's do hot.
Hot, okay.
Weird.
Weird, okay.
And now roll start of session shit. So
Okay.
Fortune and Bonefeel.
Oh wait, that's right, Sidekick Bot is fucking dead.
Right. Don't rely on Psychic Bot.
Psychic God's dead.
I got a 10 for my bone feel.
I'm
Cool.
so sorry, everybody. I got a 4.
Owie.
I am so sorry, everybody. I am genuinely apologizing to you. Can I reroll?
No. So they are hungry and sick.
Hungry and sick. Still. Everybody wishes they ate a piece of whatever Lug was having. We could say that they're still reeling from the ruining fork.
Mm-hmm. They're like they have a weird vertigo.
Yeah.
Okay. And then hunger.
Hunger. They want more vertigo. I'm joking.
No.
Hunger for some more capital weird shit.
I don't think that they're hungry for that.
We can't just say that, damn.
I can't just say they want to do the bad shit. They want to do the things that make them feel bad.
You're
I'm
right.
gonna say that, like, you don't know why, but they're fasting.
Okay. We'll do with that one again.
Which, of course, means they're kind of, like, weak and feel shitty.
And not
And the vertigo
because they're not
the vertigo
eating.
doesn't help.
Yeah.
Alright,
Like
and how's
fellas.
your bone feel got a 10, right?
Yep, a 10.
Good job. You can be wherever the fuck you want. Once.
Once.
And you get a +1 to whatever you do there
Cool beans.
to fix the situation. And you also get there with any tools or things you need to do it. I think it's been a couple days. Have you worked on any projects in that time?
I
Lug?
think Lug is reeling, honestly.
Lug's- yeah, he's just not. He's just not working on
Yeah.
anything. That's fair.
Damn. Boy's so
Alright.
fucking depressed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to cheer him up.
I can't believe Lug is #gamer, #relatable.
I'm gonna pick him up and cradle him in my arms to make him feel better.
It's just the beginning of Lisa. You drop him on his head.
Alright, let's get this started.
Okay.
The Irigo estuary is, as always, incredibly densely foggy, and it only gets denser and more, I suppose, intense the further you go in. I think, Lug, you've come to realize that you're pretty sure that the location of the egg, at least on the, radar, is the same location that, the transmissions are coming from. Speaking of those transitions, they've been becoming like they just like keep coming. Like every once in a while, you'll be getting transmissions from Millions, talking about like massing power at the borders, constructing defenses, stuff like that. But there will just be like constant like cutouts from. It's almost like signal jacking, frankly, of just like random information in that same sort of like documentary voice, interspersed with like the kind of more disturbing, cut and paste phrases. As always in the Irigo estuary, there are constant sort of shapes in the fog, shadows making noises that you're not sure are even really there. How are y'all dealing with that?
I think Lug has kind of signaled to Millions that he's not going to be answering transmissions for a little bit, and he's kind of turned the radio onto a more silent mode.
I ain't liking this. Fucking shapes. Hell no, dude. I don't know.
So you're
what
just being
shapes-
anxious?
Rusty
I'm
can
anxious.
read. He doesn't know what shapes are.
You get one or the other. Yeah, hey, I'm anxious.
Okay. And
Probably
Giuseppe?
since Bobble, Giuseppe's been trying to stay outside and keep watch more often than he normally does.
Okay. Are y'all having your like gangs or followers do the same?
Probably, yeah. They're Intimo probably just like sitting near the bar, but not like hiding in it or whatever.
Okay. I think the regulars have been like kind of listening to you less and less lately. They're kind of just doing their own weird like semi-ritual stuff. Like the fasting and just generally being, I don't know, not surly, but like that anytime you give them orders, it's like, they're doing this more because they're going to do it anyway,
Mm-hmm.
rather than like, oh, this is your authority.
Damn.
What are you having your followers do, Lug? Or are you just not? Are you like not really able to deal with them?
I feel like regularly I think they would be like on a patrol route kind of thing, kind of like the way I always imagine it is like like kind of a day night shift almost, where half and half, free time and checking out, if that makes sense.
Okay, like just on the boat.
Yeah, just kind of stationed in kind of areas to make
Understandable.
sure nothing's happening.
Giuseppe, I think Fuzz has been acting particularly like a bit more anxious than the rest of the group. You know, they're able to like deal with it, I guess, a bit better. But Fuzz has been like, it reminds you a lot of when she was like almost hysterical about, you know, Jerry coming back.
Hmm. I'm keeping my eyes on it.
Okay.
Is Quill with us, or is Quill in the medical bay?
Quill. Depends on whether you want her in the medical bay or with you.
I don't know if we have any people who have needed to be treated for a while, but
Well, she'd like to treat a lot of the regulars for malnutrition, but like they won't let her, so she's just kind of given up on that.
maybe she's just like wandering around trying to see if anyone will pay attention to her.
Okay. I think the sort of eerie silence is broken by that goddamn radio again. It you put it on more, like a more silent mode, but it simply like crackles like to like frankly far too loud life again. Lug.
Go on.
Do you? I assume you like go to the radio and like, god damn it.
Yeah, but I'm more interested in what it's saying now.
Okay. This time, like, do you like do those little calculations each time you hear the transmission, like of where it's coming from?
He's probably mental mathing it.
Okay. You're fairly sure that you are almost directly over whatever it is. Or I suppose on the spot. And after like about half a minute of like crackly static, you hear is here, is help come, caution, they're coming. What do you do?
I assume this thing hasn't responded in trying to be responded to, right?
You've probably tried to respond, but like it hasn't. Yeah, it has not given a any indication that it's heard.
I think he'd kind of round up Rusty and Giuseppe and kind of say, I really don't know what's going on, but I think we're here. But whatever's here knows we're here.
Any chance we could just leave?
I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna be that easy.
Everyone get your stuff ready. Call to arms.
You hear a clang from the bottom of the boat, just a very loud bump, and that sort of dull metallic whack.
Somebody anchor the boat.
I'm gonna groan. Rusty's just gonna groan over that. Jump a little bit, of course, whenever it happens, but groan afterwards.
You hear more sort of metallic bashing, more from like the lower hull.
Regardless of whether anyone's anchored or not, I went over to the edge to see if I can see anything down there.
I'm gonna go
You do
downstairs.
see something. You see quite a few things.
Uh-oh.
Climbing up the side of the boat is a frankly disturbing amount of the same man with stark white shirt and deep blue denim pants.
Lord. Gross.
And when they see you, they start to whoop and scream and holler.
Oh fuck, they've never done that.
What do you do?
I yell as loud as I can for everyone to get to the sides of the boat, any side. And
oh shit, this sucks, dude. I guess I'm running over and groaning more over that. Life sucks, bro. This stinks. Well.
What are you doing, Mug?
They're coming from all sides.
Well, you see like Giuseppe and Rusty on one side. On the other side, a good gang of them have already like hopped up over the side of the ship and are on the deck. Yes, it seems like they're coming from just about everywhere. Like every bit of the deck seems to have, those same clawing hands. They're all the same. What do you do?
Well, it's now or never. This is all Lug has left to himself at this point. I think he's gonna come out swinging. I wanna my good old fucking mutilating pickaxe. I'd like to do a running swing towards one of them. So
Okay. So we'd probably have that be like seize by force, defend something.
yeah, defend something.
Alrighty.
9.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
That is
Shit.
So you're choosing what?
7 and 9 choose 2. So inflict terrible harm and suffer little harm.
You'd have to choose to have control of it if you wanted to like defend the deck though. You can still just hurt the thing if you want to. To hurt and therefore not take harm. What do you think?
So take definite and undeniable control. Would inflicting terrible suffer little harm. I don't want to be dogpiled like last time.
Okay.
Learned that lesson.
So you say you're running to the side with your pickaxe and you're coming down swinging?
Yeah, like do like a side swipe swing towards one of them. Like
Okay.
the one that's closest, essentially.
Right. Yeah, you run over to the deck. Is this the same deck or side of the deck that Rusty and Giuseppe
I think
are
it
on,
would
or-
be the side that they aren't on.
Okay. So yeah, you run at one of the ones that have just like crawled over the edge, and you sort of like shoulder check and then swing, and you catch it, and it falls, almost comically like over the side, knocking down a shitload as it goes down. The problem is that as you look over the edge, or are sort of forced to look over the edge, you can see that same face go out farther than you want to see it, all bobbing in the sea, and they see you and they look at you. Giuseppe and Rusty, what are you doing?
Who's piloting the ship?
We
No,
look
Well,
up, there's a Jerry in the cockpit.
Well, you were all just in the cockpit, and then you left the cockpit.
It's okay. This thing's not going anywhere. It's anchored. Remember? It's okay. We anchored it.
I didn't think this through very well.
We anchored it. It's fine.
We need to get this ship moving, or else it's not gonna stop.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hear the commotion and go like, "Oh shit!" I'm gonna fumble around in my jacket and grab whatever knife I can. Specifically, it turns out, hey, the sliver of metal I got. Hell yeah.
Coolio.
I'm pulling that out and helping Lug out now that I see that he's he's doing something. So I guess that would that be a roll to go ape shit?
Are you like trying to attack the Jerrys, or are you trying to help Lug?
I want to help Lug because chances are, hey, I don't want him getting
Hey,
unsuspectedly
Go ahead.
dogpiled again.
Hey, wait, real quick.
Real quick.
So, way back when we salvaged the wreckage,
Mhm.
and we got that big share of oil.
Yeah.
Do we have that oil on board?
You do.
I would think so.
It's like your primary source of fuel, pretty much.
How much of that is expendable?
Holy
That's up to
shit.
you. We'll say that there's
Okay.
enough for the rest of whatever journey you want to make, but it'll depend on your role whether you use too much or too little.
Okay. Okay.
Of course, it's not what you're doing right now. What are you doing, Rusty?
Right.
You're helping him?
I'm helping
Would you
him.
consider that a lay down fire?
Yes, absolutely, I would.
You're mostly
So-
just trying to keep them off him?
Yeah, so roll hard. It's a 6. It's a 6, baby!
Ouch.
I get to choose one at least.
You do.
Provide suppressing fire, denying another character to move or act.
Okay, so that'll be like you're just keeping the ones around Lug like at bay.
Yeah.
Like
More or
they're
less.
they're certainly trying to like, dogpile him again, but you're not letting it.
Yeah.
All right. As Rusty like just swings this horrible little anomaly of a piece of metal around, they're kept at bay. Laid on fire doesn't involve you getting hurt, but you did fail that shit. So
Yeah, I did feel that shit.
here's the consequence.
Okay, give me the consequence.
You hear like an intense clatter from below deck, and you hear several of your followers' voices screaming for like help.
Fuck, dude. I'm pretty sure that would have happened either which way.
What are my men
that's
doing? There
stupid.
should be people down there.
There should be, but they might not be there. You do hear the sounds of combat all over the deck, but like a lot of it is behind like some of the buildings you have.
Plus, it's a big ship.
Right. So if you wanted to consolidate them into a gang under your, control, you'd have to like deal with that. Giuseppe, what are you doing?
Okay, so how many of them are climbing up the boat right now where I am?
Over where you're at, they're still climbing. I think you see, like, you notice that a lot of them have a variety of strange things about them. Like, a lot of them have weird sort of deformities, like larger parts of their body, or like, that same sort of weird effect where a shitload of a spot is like covered in scar tissue.
I have a plan here that is crazy but may work.
Okay.
Okay.
I still have my long hook, my long chain.
Uh-huh.
I want to see if I can take it, throw it on one side of the ship, and then sweep it as hard as I can across the side of the boat to try and throw some of them off.
I know exactly what he's describing, and I
Yo,
love it.
That's
Like-
sick.
You're saying like to like sort of pendulum the chain, or do you mean to like latch the chain and do some sort of like George of the Jungle shit?
I don't
He
know
wants
which
to-
would be cool. I was thinking just like a drop and swing, but I don't know
Yeah,
if
pendulum. I thought pendulum.
I thought pendulum.
Okay, so you're penduluming with the hook.
yeah, just take it, sweep it as long as I can to see how many I can knock off, then try to pull it back up.
Okay. I think that the hook isn't like heavy enough to do that. You'd have to put something on the end of the hook. If you want, I'll have you roll just like a straight 2d6 to determine if there's like a good suitable item nearby.
What could the axe hook onto it?
The axe. What is the axe?
I don't think you have the axe on you. I thought you gave that.
It's hanging in the bar.
Oh, right, the
think-
battle axe. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll, and we'll see if there's anything in the way. Like, sort of roll the, would this just be seized by force again? Yeah, you're seizing the side by force. Roll seized by force, and if you, like, roll good, then there will be nothing in your way.
Okay, so that's how much that's plus hard?
Yep.
Okay. 7 plus 2, 9, baby.
Oh, good
You're
stuff.
good. Not a complete success, though.
Still good enough.
So I'd say that you do get the battle axe, and your plan is, like, sort of, like, begins to work. But as you, like, get it hooked on and swing, you're hearing, like, the sounds of, like...
Wait a minute.
What's up?
Oh no. My hook is 1 plus C's. Does that
Right.
mean I add enough since it's a C's by force roll?
Oh, yeah, I guess you do, huh? Good job.
10 fucking baby.
Okay, yeah, there's no
Pulling out
problem
the
here.
rules.
You hook the battle axe onto the end of your hook, and like just kind of let that thing fucking swing, and watch as it like cuts into the faces and like arms and and like chests of Jerry's, clearing like a good section of where you're at for at least the moment. Lug, you're being protected by Rusty. What are you doing?
Well, first, you never answered my DM question, so I'll ask it now.
Well, hold up. Let me see.
Do
they bleed? No. They just have a weird red flesh.
damn you.
Like they bleed in that like their body contains like moisture that like you were able to squeeze out before, but they don't bleed.
Well,
Oh, no, wait,
well,
no, I'm wrong. They do bleed. We talked about how they bleed. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Okay, good.
Hey, fuck you and your stupid fucking blood engine. I still hate that thing. It's atrocious. I hate it.
Listen, I never
Listen,
talk
you.
shit. I never talk shit about your egg. You don't talk shit about mine.
You should talk shit about the egg. Weird.
So, if I were to leave Rusty, would that fuck him over?
No, I'm letting
not
you
necessarily.
leave. I'm letting you leave. That's why I
Yeah,
did
you're-
this move.
Yeah, you're able to act freely.
Bruh, if you do not act freely, you just fucked me over. I
do
did
know
this
that,
for
like,
you.
They're simply coming over at too like large of a volume for you on your own to deal with.
Yeah, I know, but it's given him
Okay.
some time.
Right. I'm talking to both of you. Like, Lug, what you're doing is like helpful at the moment, but like you will be overwhelmed.
What are you doing?
I think I would kind of look to Rusty, kind of a good old eyes lock moment,
Yeah, I see it.
and so the band was also up here with us, right?
Yeah, the band was ostensibly in the bar.
Around the bar.
In and around.
Could I call for one of the band members to get like at least some of the game of the Engineers up here, and while that's happening, fight alongside Rusty, essentially. Continue going ham.
You continue going ham.
I think that's several moves.
Oh,
Let's see. You're wanting the engineers up here, so I would consider that like a leadership role, I think.
okay.
So you'd have to roll if you want your people up there. You'd have to roll leadership, and part of that is like, basically getting it down the grapevine in the middle of a fight. Like, come to the middle of the deck, fucking help me.
Would I be able to assist since it's one of my band members?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, we'll see how Lug rolls first.
Okay, so that is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that I am under fire?
Almost.
Actually, no, that's only cool, not hard. Never mind.
Also,
Yeah,
that's an
okay.
actual like roll, doing something under fire. What'd you roll, Michael?
6.
Ouch. Well, you might get the plus from, the assistance. So if you wanted to help, you'd have to roll, Jacob.
HX. Yeah, roll HX.
Okay. So that's +3. Give me a second. 2 dice. No other bonuses.
Just a plus
No.
3.
6 plus 3 to 9.
Okay, yeah, you get a +1, so that makes it 7, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Just enough.
On a
Alright.
miss, they'll do it, but you'll hear about it later.
You're not missing, so you're fine.
Yeah. You got a 7, dude.
So, like, I just noticed that Lug's calling for someone, and I just wave off to. While I'm cleaving, I wave off to a member of my band to go help him.
Yeah, I think one of them like exits the bar, just like, what the fuck? And you like point them to go down deck or like around deck and try to round up the engineers.
I shake my head so that they, like, aren't concerned about my probably bloody face at the moment.
Yeah, so they begin to round them up. I think after your next action, Michael or Lug, you'll have access to your gang. As they begin
Okay.
start to like disengage from their conflicts and like come, getting in. Rusty, the
Rusty.
sound of like, the sound of your people fighting downstairs is getting more desperate. What are you doing?
God, that's making me anxious. And it's not like I can just leave up here. Well, I mean, I could.
Yeah, you could.
I'd much rather not leave Lug by himself, though.
Well, it's your choice.
Yeah, it is my choice, I know, and I hate that.
I think by now they're starting to call you by name, like, Rusty, help.
Lord, can they not take care of
Okay.
themselves?
Okay, why not ask for the person who's rounding the engineers up to help round them up as well?
God. Yeah, hey, can I do that?
That would be,
What would I roll for
let's see.
that? Seduce / manipulate?
Well, like your role for leadership was to regroup.
Could I potentially roll HX to get it to also include my members? Or nah?
Sure.
Sure?
Though
Okay.
if If it's not high enough, there will be consequences.
Okay. Okay. Google. Okay. It's an 8.
It's pretty good.
Wait, hold on. 9. It doesn't matter though. I was like, wait. That's right, I got 2 with lug.
Yeah, you start to
Oh,
hear the
thank God.
commotion, like what's the word? The back and forth of it go more in, probably in your favor because nobody's screaming for help.
Yeah.
But hopefully that's taken care of.
Hopefully. Oh god, hopefully.
Giuseppe, you cleared out your end pretty well, but you're starting to hear rending metal nearby.
Oh no.
I pull out my stuff, hand it off to someone who can carry it, and then run over.
And
I'm not
what
carrying
is
the
your
axe
stuff?
myself.
Oh, okay.
I give it if
Carp?
Cope is around, he gets to hold the axe.
He gets to hold the axe. Fuck you, Darnell. Oh.
Darnell has his shitty bat, and he's going to like it.
Yeah, I think Carp looks like they had been as though he'd been in the middle of putting something on, his armor on, and is finally outside the bar, and it's like, what ho! Truly a battle worthy of my skill. And then you hand him the axe, and it's like, damn! And sort of goes in trying to swing at the hands coming above the
Fuck yeah!
So what are you doing, Giuseppe?
Okay, after handing the axe off, I just gather my banks and run to where the rending metal sound is.
Okay, the metal's coming from one of kind of more the sort of front of the ship, and you don't actually fully see what's doing it, but you do see something climb into a sort of large hole that's been bored into the side of the ship.
Would that lead to, is that hole that leads to a room or just the inner hull?
We have an image of what it looks like.
We do.
If it's the room, I can run down there. If it's the hull, I have to get crafty.
Yeah, I think currently it's just within the hull.
Should I try to lower myself down to there, or should I just wait until it bores somewhere else and get it then?
Do understand that while you're doing this, there's a lot of people around you getting onto the deck. So if you want to do something here, you might get caught out.
Should I just call attention to it?
You can. We could call that what's the word? I think it was lookout.
Yeah, wouldn't that be under the going Overwatch stuff?
Standing Overwatch.
Yeah. Tactical and support
or no,
moves.
probably just keep an eye out is what it probably would be.
Okay.
Okay, I want to keep an eye out so I can alert someone who's better capable at getting down there, probably an engineer who's helped make the ship, so that they can know where to go and take it out.
Okay. Gonna roll that?
That's a shuffle. Give me a second.
Yeah, unfortunately, we cannot see when everybody is doing their rolls.
Okay, that's 6 plus 1, 7.
Good enough. Good enough.
Good enough for a partial success.
That's a hold
so
2.
you get hold 2. You can, decide when you want to use them.
Well, one of you want to do something with that, or should I direct an ally?
Do I want to do something with that?
I can either direct one of you guys, or
I don't think you can direct us if you're below deck.
He's not below deck.
I'm on top of deck.
Oh.
I have 2 hold, and I guess I only need to spend 1 at the moment. So.
Okay, I got mixed up. Okay.
Should I direct an NPC or a PC? Who would like to go and bell the Jerry?
I mean, it seems like everybody's quite occupied to the point where they can't go running after things. You can point it out to say, hey, look out, but I don't think you can say, hey, go take care of that while everybody's currently fighting.
Dang.
Yeah, so you can direct an ally, I guess. Perhaps.
Plus, it doesn't matter if it's an NPC or PC. All of these are relevant.
Okay, then I direct attention to there. So that's a +1 harm for anyone who attacks.
Okay, so what do you do? Because you have to do it.
I after as soon as I see it, I give a hand. I give a standard how about I shoot my gun into the air just to get tensions? They're boring into the ship. Watch out.
Okay, that works.
I'm gonna jump at that Giuseppe, what the hell? Freaking me out even further.
Wow, why would you shoot the Jerrys? That's scary.
No, he shot into the air.
Into oh no,
Actually, how about
that's
I
big
just
difference.
shot the closest Jerry to me to make it
Okay.
loud, since my weapon's loud.
You shooting into the
Sure,
air?
you shoot in the direction of the Jerry's. That
Okay.
works. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I shoot and yell.
What are you doing?
What do you mean? That's what he did.
No, in the chat.
I'm
What?
typing out that I have an extra hold, so I
Oh,
don't forget.
okay. Alright. It's like, hold on.
I think at this point, pretty much all of the gangs have managed to get like regrouped onto the deck. A good chunk of the regulars are looking a lot worse for wear though. Lots of like scratches and big ugly bruises all over the bodies. Some of them don't seem to have like made it on the deck though.
Oh no, don't say this.
And nobody's looking exactly like good, like they've been getting beat a bunch, but most of them are there. Though, of course, because everyone was kind of like being a little bit more focused on getting like situated, the Jerrys have like a pretty noticeable foothold on the deck. Like they're kind of just all around you. What do you do?
And I can't use frenzy on Cherry.
Can I ask a question?
You can.
So, the howitzer, that rocks the whole fucking boat, right?
It does, but it's below deck.
Yeah.
Run.
But, like, my question being, if I told everyone to hold on and I shot it in a weird angle, could I potentially knock off a majority of the Jerrys that have made their way on deck?
It's possible, but you're putting yourself at significant risk.
And others.
Because it's established that there's like at least several somethings below deck, so you may have to deal with that. And then you're leaving you're either taking some of your gang with you and making your foothold on the deck more tentative, or you're leaving them there and going alone.
I guess the way I'm seeing it is if I can get to it in time and launch it in time, anything that's below deck will also be recoiled.
I see.
What kind of roll would this be? Just as a
It'd
heads
probably be
up.
act under fire.
Okay.
Because you're trying to keep your cool in a bad situation. I'll say that if you don't do well at this, you will most certainly encounter what's below deck.
Okay. Well,
Give us the news.
well, what I'm thinking is since this is something under fire, I can roll weird instead.
Bro, give us the roll.
Out of context, what do you guys think about all this?
I'll help.
About rocking the boat.
Rocking the boat. What do you think?
I
I'm gonna
worry
throw
that
up.
this could go horribly wrong, but it could probably work too.
I'm gonna throw up. It's a bad idea. Go for it.
I just axed a bunch
Okay.
of people, so I'm already off the shit.
Michael, don't ask me if you should do something stupid or crazy. I'm going to sit here and say it's stupid and crazy. Go for it. I'm a bad
Okay.
influence.
I'm rolling.
Give us the roll.
11.
Fuck yes, dude.
Very
Hey,
good.
Can I potentially?
think-
Wait, hold on. Do you wait? That wouldn't work. You can't just Would that work for advanced moves actually? With that,
If you help them, you can do that.
I wanna potentially try and help out. Seeing Lug move off the ship, try to give him yet again some more space to work with. 10,
So
baby. 10, baby. You get that 12.
Good.
You get that
So-
12.
Well, narrate it to me. What do you do?
Well, I think
Well,
what
hold
kind
on.
of
First,
happens.
you can narrate it in a bit, but we have to talk about the time between when you leave and when you get there. Do you leave on your own?
I leave on my own, but I'm thinking is that Lug would call out to everyone to hold on to something, essentially.
Okay.
And I
Well,
think
hold up.
Oh.
By that I meant we have to do a couple moves for everyone else to not let anything below deck, or kill them and beat them to death. So Lug is just left, just kind of leaping down the fucking stairs.
I'm calling him a crazy son of a bitch.
And I have given the warning.
There's horrible men all around you. What are you doing?
I'm keeping at it the best I can, and keeping an eye on everybody, making sure they're still good, and giving back up when need be, if possible.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are you directing people to fight? Are you fighting just on your own?
I'm gonna direct people to fight. Try to say, hey, get at it. You gotta get at it. Don't die. I swan to John if you die.
I'd say we consider that a seize by force, keep hold of something you own, using your gang as a weapon.
That is a hard. Okay.
I'm gonna say that, like, the gang of Jerry's is one size larger than the gang of the rest of you.
Okay, I got a 13 though. Just saying.
Goodness lord.
I'm finally good rolls. Holy shit.
Finally, some good fucking rolls.
One of those is
oh yeah, I gotta go look at the sheet.
Was it to keep hold of something you have, which is just the place you're in. What are your other two gonna be?
My other two? Hey, I love impressing, dismaying, and frightening people with my disgusting body. How it wiggles.
That's certainly not what's happening, but alright.
No, I know. I'm aware. I can still do it, though. I can still say so. And I guess definite and undeniable control of it.
No, that's the one you already have.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I get. That's right. I guess suffer little harm.
Okay. Because of the size of the whole thing, I think the gang as a whole takes 1 damage. Armor piercing, because, it's for all the armor you have, it's not exactly like stuff made for stopping someone from clawing your fucking eyes out.
Yeah.
But you hold your gang together. You hold like everyone on there pretty much stable. You have, we'll say like what are you doing? Like, how are you beating them back?
Oh shit. I'm using that disgusting piece of metal, sliver of metal, to my advantage. The best I can. I guess.
Okay.
Calling out to everybody.
Aim for the eyes.
Calling out to everybody like, hey, behind you or this or that.
Please just be throwing your knives.
I will throw my knives. I think, Josie, can I throw my mini knives?
I mean, you can, but I'm talking about like, how are you directing people?
Oh, how am I directing specifically? Okay.
Like, because you're using the gang as a weapon. The gang is doing the thing. What is the gang doing?
What's the gang doing? What am I asking the gang to do? I guess, like, stiffen up their backs. Actually get them to focus and fight with whatever they've got. That works.
Well, I guess they fight with whatever they got.
Like, what
would they have? It is despite everything, it is getting pretty desperate.
Yeah.
People are, some people are falling and they are not getting back up. Not like, necessarily dropping dead, but they're getting too injured. Giuseppe, what are you doing?
Is Rusty in any danger of getting back attacked?
That depends.
I'm thinking I want to use this hold either to prevent anyone from going down to into the inside of the ship after Lug, or to protect Rusty.
Okay. Yeah, you can just do that, but I would want, I think, an additional roll.
At the moment, I want to, I don't have any big plans on the deck at the moment. I've drawn attention to the hull. I, kind of want to gather my group together and just, keep fending off things, while also keeping an eye out for someone who may need an assist.
If you give me a read a sitch, and use one of your bits to, well, if you roll, let's see. Yeah, if you use one of your bits to know the enemy's true position, I'll let you use that hold.
Okay. Okay, my show is marked. That's +1.
Or I suppose the biggest threat, rather. True position would be a bit different.
Let me check this. 9 + 1, 10.
Good. All right, you can ask. You can ask 3. Do the 2 before you ask the biggest threat.
Give me 1 second to just double check the questions. So, before biggest threat, okay. We're not in control, I don't need to ask that. Where's my best escape route? Like, I guess, either for myself or for the ship.
Best escape route. Golly. I think dealing with the Jerry's further away than the ones that are simply right next to, right on top of you, would help you, like, not have crashing waves of, like, horrible things coming at you.
Okay. Do you guys think true position or lookout? True position is always like a very gimmick question. Sometimes you get something good from it, sometimes you don't.
It would be interesting, though.
Alright then,
It
what's
would
the
be.
Okay, what's my enemy's true position?
There's something coming over or climbing up the side of the ship, on the other side from where you're at.
And which enemy is my biggest threat? Is it that?
No. The biggest threat at the moment is a Jerry that looks as though it has, like, terrifyingly extended legs, like just easily twice as long as it should be, and it's using them to, like, leap, like, hand over fist over the deck.
Mr. Skinny Legs?
I mean, like, no, they're powerful legs, unfortunately.
Dang.
It leaps one last time, and it seems like it's aimed directly to go straight down the stairway.
Okay.
Using that bonus, you can help yourself, deal with it.
What's the farthest shot? Can I make, like, a very far shot? I want to shoot something right down the stairwell so it rings, so it, like, makes a ringing noise but doesn't actually hurt anything. And that'll make Lug turn around and suddenly notice that there may be someone trying to sprint after him.
I was thinking more like you'd be able to deal with it yourself instead of having to
Okay, then.
tell someone
And
about it.
I know, just like the hold was for alerting someone, but
I understand.
Sorry. Okay, never mind. I'll do that then. I charge.
Well, it's in the air. You can't charge that. You can shoot it with a gun.
Yeah, do a trick shot. 360 no scope, dude.
Okay, I do a cool slide and try to just, like, blast it right in the body.
Okay. Yeah, I think you've rolled enough for this, frankly. So I think you just do that shit. As it, like, approaches essentially the entrance of the stairwell, what are you using as a weapon, by the way?
My knife gun is probably not, like, super long range enough for this.
It's like a few feet away by the time you hit it.
Okay, then I do use that. Just pop it off.
Yeah, I think you fan the hammer just, like, as it comes to the stairwell, just, like, several shots into the torso as it flies down the stairs, and it just, like, crumples at the bottom. Michael.
Enjoy that corpse, Michael.
Yeah, it probably, like, crumples, like, a few feet away from you, Michael.
Actually, if I get to narrate this...
Yeah, go ahead.
I think that around what happens is, as Lug kind of ran towards the stairwell, he almost did a leap down it. Kind of, you know how, like, kids in like high school, they grabbed the top of the door rail and they swing from it?
Sure.
Well, he does that, except he lets go, and I think he essentially drop kicks directly into something that was trying to come up the stairwell.
Okay.
And I think he disregards that, and he runs towards the howitzer, and kind of frantically unhinges everything in it to get set down. And I think that thing at the stairwell would be trying to get up, but as it's almost to its feet, this long-legged Jerry just kind of tumbles on top of it, knocking it back down. And by then I think the
He did.
Sorry.
He died.
The cannon would be down, and he would jump in it, and I think he would aim it low and kind of towards kind of straight out, almost into the distance. The distance definitely still leading into like a big herd or flock of these Jerrys in the water, and just shooting, essentially causing the boat to do a huge, like flip to where, or not flip, but a huge tilt.
Right, I understand.
The intention being anything that wasn't prepared, the Jerrys are going to be kind of not maybe flung off, but at the very least flung to one side.
Yeah, I think above deck, what you see and hear and feel, I think at least most of you are able to like get a good handhold, so it doesn't affect you nearly as much. But just a great crack, thump, and the boat jostles like heavily, and then another and another, and it like tilts violently one way and then another. And you see like a great number of the Jerrys who weren't prepared just like getting flung against the guardrails, and like some tumbling over, others you can hear like horrible cracking sounds come from, and either slumping onto the floor of the deck, or being flung off themselves. A great number of them are either flung off or are dead by the time it sort of stops rocking, though some seem to have gotten a sort of handhold. Some of them literally like grabbing into like the floorboards.
And with this, could I say that I also afterwards shut the hatch?
Sure. And I assume you'd like run back up deck to see like what you did, basically. Do you think?
First I'd want to see if those two things that were at the base of the stairwell, if they were killed on impact as well.
Absolutely. Well, if they weren't dead already, they've been like slammed against metal walls repeatedly. They're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. You run like by there, catching a glimpse like through some of the doors of more beaten and bloody bodies. But when you get back up, there are, I'd say like around a couple 10, like we'll say like about an equal gang to what you have right now. Jerry's still certainly staggered and like, not able to really attack you at the moment, but they're still on deck.
Do I still have a move with this, or no?
Not at the moment, because
okay.
That enemy's true position comes into effect. One, a little bit different from the others, swings itself on deck, apparently not having let go from the side of the ship. And it begins kind of walking slowly until it just kind of stops in the middle of a small group of other Jerrys. It has heavily scarred tissue on one of its wrists, and the back of its head is a mess of jagged bone and thick, calloused scar tissue.
Oh no.
You certainly recognize this Jerry above all others.
I do. Fuck this Jerry in particular.
When it comes back, when it's like comes sort of to rest in the middle of the other Jerrys, they begin their like sort of whooping and hollering again. That let and speak again. How do you react?
I hate this. Let me roll weird.
Why? For what?
For what's going on? This is weird. Capital weird, probably.
Okay, but roll, you can't just roll. It's not a comfort roll. You gotta do something.
Damn, I can't just roll. This is session 29. I get to finally just roll.
The Jerry kind of grits their teeth and begins to speak.
Yeah.
Let me speak to your manager.
I'm gonna point to Giuseppe.
And it begins sort of like, it starts walking and then jogging and as it walks past the other Jerrys, they sort of almost in lockstep, begin running and with it, and it's until it's just full bore sprinting, and all the Jerrys are running with it. What do you do?
Well,
How close am I to the edge of the boat?
You're kind of in the middle-ish. You can, I guess, be close to the edge if you want.
This is probably stupid, but
go for it.
I jump, just swan dive off the boat. Maybe
No,
even
there's still more down there, dude.
There's still more down there.
What do I? What else am I supposed to fucking do? They're coming for me. I can't
Shoot
them all.
guns, you dumb fuck!
I didn't read. How
Just
close
said
is
be
my,
like,
how close
I'm
is
out.
my gang?
Just said me be like, I'm out.
What's that,
Peace.
Giuseppe?
How close is my gang? I didn't think
They're
they were
with
very
you,
close
like-
to me.
They're with you.
Okay, then just
Like every NPC fighter is like currently in this like sort of semicircle around the below deck stairs.
okay. I command everyone to just blast them.
Okay, that's a roll.
All right.
What
I
do we
don't have
consider
time
that
to
to
set.
be?
I don't have time to set my Sharpnel gun.
You can have plenty of time to grab your sharpnel gun. What are you talking about? It's with you.
Oh, okay. I just thought it took like a turn to load.
I mean, like, did you not have it loaded?
Probably like something was lying around in it, but okay then. I
Do you
lay
want it
that
to be
down.
loaded? Do you want it to be loaded?
Yes,
Okay. Are you going to use it?
I think so. I think this is as good a time as any.
Okay.
So I like slam it down, scream at everyone to fire, and then just let it launch, and then let the gun shoot.
Okay, for this, are you going to be using your gang as a weapon, or are you going to use your weapon as a weapon?
Will does all this count as more than a gang, since it's like a big weapon and a gang, or?
No, you're either going to be able to, like, direct them, or you're going to just shoot yourself.
I want to direct them too, so as a gang, as a weapon.
Okay, would you like that to be laid on fire, or seized by force? What do you
I
think?
think lay down fire here.
Okay, then, go ahead and roll plus hard.
4.
What is it?
2 plus 2.
Nothing can help out with that.
I knew my luck.
Stop
was gonna
crying,
run out.
god damn it.
Listen,
So, you get to choose one.
yeah, you
I
get
get-
one at least.
Okay, what's this for this? Just like any
Lay
of them?
down
Yeah.
fire.
If I could chime in.
I want this to be, I guess, suppressing fire to keep them from getting any closer.
You were saying, Michael?
I was gonna say I suggest suppressing.
Yeah, suppressing.
Okay.
At least I get one thing, but like at least now you guys are probably gonna get caught in it too.
No, it's okay. You suppressed them.
So you direct everyone to start firing in their direction, and they do, but they don't actually hit them. They're hitting all around them. I think the problem is that a sizable chunk of your gang's guns start to malfunction. They're jamming up.
Oh boy.
Currently, they aren't moving any further forward. What few shots that they did take, some of them straight up like got in the way of the Jerry, so they would take those bullets instead. Let's see. Who haven't we done yet?
Me.
I think.
haven't
Well,
done...
I think it's
Michael.
Michael, because Michael
Michael.
did his role a while ago.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hey Michael, what are you doing down there, huh?
Yeah. What are you? He's not down there. He's up here now.
Oh, what are you doing up here?
Bonefield gives you the opportunity of you have what you need to do it. Correct?
Yep.
Let me think of how I want to go around this. Where are they in relation to Giuseppe?
I think in relation to like the crowd of you, they're probably about 20 feet away from crashing into you.
And where are we? We're just at we're around the
stairwell down. Yeah.
stairwell down. And I still have to roll with Bonefield. I just get like a plus, right?
No, you don't roll the bone field. You've already rolled it. You just get to be where you want to be with the tool. If you want to do something after you're at where you're at, then you get a +1 to what you're doing.
And how many are in the crowd of them charging us?
Pretty much just as many as before. None of them went down.
Okay, well, I would it be cheeky to say I want to spend an improvement point right now?
On what? and we never actually discussed what that would do.
I still can get another move, a move from another playbook.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can certainly do that. And that would be...
How about not to be fucked with?
I thought you already took that.
No.
I
Okay.
knew you were gonna pick that. I
So,
get feeling like, what is Lug going to do? It's gonna be not to be fucked with.
Yeah, you can do that.
so,
So,
This is an anime power up in the middle of
In
the
that
battle.
case, you would be... if you were to do this, you'd be a single person fighting against a... who counts as a small gang fighting against a medium gang.
I thought they were small now.
No, 40 is easily medium. I think.
Did you say 4? I thought it was like 20.
No, I said like 40.
Oh, fucking damn it.
This, of course, shores up some of your weaknesses, so... What do you want to do, though? What are you trying to do? Like, you want to have
I wanted
like
to
a tool.
I wanted to bone feel my way into like a portion of the crowd and just do like a 360 swing around sort of thing.
With what?
The pickaxe, of course.
Just doing a fucking cleave, I guess?
Yeah.
You could certainly do that.
What would this be, do you think?
As with just about every other goddamn attack move, it's pretty much seized by force, I feel. That's sort of like one of the
Okay.
problems with the Apocalypse World is that, like, if you want to attack, it's like almost always seized by force.
Okay. And seized by force is hard. 9.
Okay. Well, you rolled 9, you get to choose 2 of these.
Taking control. Could you say that's taking control of the situation? As in, you're disrupting enough of the crowd to they lose a grasp on what they're doing.
Yeah, they like lose cohesion, and so they're not able to act as a gang.
Yes, I'd like to do that.
Okay.
So that means any attacks on me from them would not count as them being a gang?
No, this is certainly after. They're a gang when they hit you back, and when you're doing this.
Okay. Suffer little harm.
Okay. And your pickaxe is what
3
harm?
damage, armor piercing.
Okay, so because of the discrepancy, they'd be taking about 2 harm. Alright, yeah. We'll say, like, you dip back down the stairs and come up on, like, a sort of, like, little used hatch that you realize is beneath the gang of them while they're getting ready to do another charge. And you just, like, fucking spin to win on a huge chunk of them. A bunch of them just, like, go down. But even more, see what you're doing and start to, like, pretty much stomp and claw and punch and kick at you. Let's see, they're a bigger gang, so you'd be taking, well, -1, so you'd be taking 2 harm.
And is that armor penetrating?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, so 1 harm total.
Yep. They pretty much kick you back down the hole, but the damage has been done, and they're kind of like largely they're reeling. Several of them have like backed off to the sides of the ship. Though the Jerry doesn't seem nearly as like affected, and is immediately sprinting for your gang again.
I'm sick of
Rusty.
this shit.
Rusty, what are you doing?
well,
At the moment, the only thing truly coming for y'all is the Rusty.
The Rusty.
Yeah, the same words I've been using, the Rusty.
The
Or no, wait, I'm stupid.
The
Fucking, please
Rusty.
cut this out. And also, please don't put that much attention to it. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I just thought it was funny.
The Jerry.
I'm sorry. I
The
think
Jerry.
the big Rusty is coming for you. Okay.
Yep, I got it. Thanks.
Let me. I wish I could use Frenzy, but obviously I can never use Frenzy on Jerry's. Let's see here. And I don't suppose in-brain puppet strings would work here with J-Man. Sad. I can't just run up to him and be like, hey, -1 arm, bud.
I mean, that's all you're thinking. You can certainly do that if you
I
want
could
to.
certainly do that.
I don't know why you're talking yourself out of it.
Because there's like things that I can and cannot do. Like, I can't
I mean,
use frenzy.
you can't like talk to them and
I
speak the truth to
yeah.
them
Yeah,
because they
which
don't
is
give a
sad.
fuck. But
Which
if you
is
do
sad.
weird fucking like brain garbage to them, you certainly can.
I do want to do weird fucking garbage.
Yeah, and of course, if you roll good, you can just be like, "Hey, take 3 fucking harm armor penetrating."
Yeah, I could, couldn't I? That's a plus weird roll. Hey, I'm gonna do that. Let me get the roll dice out. Come on, baby. 11. Okay, I had to do math. 11,
God
baby.
damn.
That's
Let's
good
see.
enough.
In brain puppet strings is
Wait,
brainer, right?
Yeah, when you have time and physical intimacy with somebody, again, mutual.
Which you don't need because of your glove.
Yeah. You can plant a command inside their mind. Roll plus weird. On a 10 plus, hold 3. On a 7 to 9, hold 1. At your will, no matter the circumstance, you can spend your hold 1 for 1. Inflict 1 harm, armor penetrating. They take -1 harm now, and if they fulfill my command, that counts for all of my remaining hold. On a miss, you inflict 1 harm, armor penetrating upon your subject to no benefit.
Hey, question.
What is that question?
Can Seth just make Jerry Prime aggro on all the other Jerrys?
Not necessarily, because they can like decide. Let me see. Send a command. If they fulfill the command. If they don't, then you can do what you want to them, is the idea.
Ah.
You basically have leverage over them.
I have leverage over them. Hella.
So what does this look like? How do you get your hands on him, and what happens when you do?
Well, shit, there's an opening.
The glove.
There's an opening. I can just... Hey, can I say I stab him and with the sliver of metal, and while it's into him, I can grab him?
Sure. Like, he's sprinting right towards you. You part the crowd and just, like, stab grab.
Yeah, stab grab, dude. Because
okay.
I'm probably not getting that sliver of metal back because it's now in him, because it just goes through anything.
You think, like, you just, like, basically lose your scalpel in him?
Yeah. While trying to do this whole move, so...
Alright.
Alright.
And then what?
Then what? That's a good question.
Yeah, you've in-brain puppet strings, Tim. What are you doing with that?
Getting him to fuck off won't do anything in the end.
You can give that command, but I don't think it'll actually listen to commands you give.
No. Plus, if it did, it could just always come back. I mean,
so
later,
what do you
so
actually do?
Matter. Shit. Yeah, I want to ask it to get rid of all these other small cherries and just lay down.
Yeah, again, it's not going to listen to you.
Yeah,
you have like 2 other choices, and that's giving it -1 or making it take a bunch of harm.
I guess take a bunch of harm then.
Can we visualize it taking a bunch of harm? Is Seth jostling the metal?
Not really, I think.
No.
I think it like you lay hands on this thing after stabbing it, and then like kind of shove it back, and it's kind of like disoriented and like jittering, and then like, do you say anything before you make it take that harm?
No, I don't know what I'd say. I'm mad. Nobody listened to Rusty beforehand. I'm mad, and now this is going on. Lug's over there upset all the time.
Do you do like some sort of like, I don't know, do you make a sign with your arms? Do you like do a weird psychic thing? Or is it just that you're like shaking mad and then he just fucking like vomits his guts out?
Again, I say lock eyes.
Lock eyes? That's too cool for Resto.
Exactly.
I'm gonna, like, after pushing back, arms are out, I'm gonna viciously, like, tear my arm back towards me. Like, just throw it. Yeah. Okay.
And then you bring your hand back to you, and like it stands there for a moment before falling to its knees, and then just like upheaving like violently, so much blood and bits of itself through its mouth until it just flops over dead.
I'm so sorry, J-Man. I'm so sorry, J-Man. That was mean. I'll admit that was a little mean.
I think the rest of the gang take this moment to like essentially fire at everything else that's there. What little is alive now, clearing the deck of any like possible hostiles. Now you have a shitload of very hurt and bruised people, and a lot of dead things. What do you do? All three of you.
Nothing else is coming in the water.
Nope. The water is clear except for like the face down bodies that will likely eventually
Get eaten by something else.
Implode.
I don't know that anything would want to eat these things.
Oh.
I think they'd probably implode under the stress of the water.
Implode? What the fuck? No, they just
when
sink.
a body gets
They'd
bloated?
sink. Yeah, you'll never see the implosion. They'll just sink. What the fuck, dude?
I don't know how bodies work. I'm an engineer, not a biologist.
Like, you're skipping a few steps here. First they're in the water,
What?
then they go deep in the water, and then they fucking like...
Rigor mortis sets in immediately, right?
What about it?
Quill
I'm
arguing
joking.
to Lug.
What are you... Okay, let's not get fucking bogged down in funny joke. What are you doing?
Well, I'm sitting my ass down exhausted, looking at everybody like, hey, you guys okay? We cool? Check up.
This no longer counts as a combat situation, right?
Yeah, you're out of combat.
Okay, dang. I wanted to like open my brain once, but it's fine.
You can still do it.
Yeah, but I don't get the Battlefield Instincts bonus.
Oh. Won't get the bonus.
I know, it's probably like this high Giuseppe's had is probably faded, and now he's just like breathing heavily, looking around to see who's still around and who needs to be taken to the med bay.
Yeah, it's not necessarily pretty. It's certainly better than, the first fights y'all have had, but I'd say doing the rounds, all of you discover that you've lost a few. Of the Janniers, Log and Percy are found dead. And of the regulars, Murga and Zula were in the sort of group of battered bodies.
Man, this sucks.
Twig
So-
is absolutely not gonna take this well.
Yeah, he's like, anytime you like, hey, you try to talk to him, he just like,
Twig is probably sitting off kind of in a corner, sulking.
right,
How's the bandmates?
beat the fuck up.
Still holding on.
They don't really feel like engaging. But your radio crackles to life again, almost like you're probably fucking like annoyed that it crackles to life, right, Lug?
Giuseppe runs over and just
Absolutely.
like grabs it out of his hands.
Shove Giuseppe away.
It's a full, it's like an on the table like array rather than like a little radio.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'd shove Giuseppe away regardless.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna get up and just try to comfort everybody like, shit, we lost people, dude.
Right.
It sucks. Everybody's gonna be upset. Some people are gonna be more upset than others, so gotta be there for them.
But the radio crackles to life again, and instead of like the normal white noise, it sounds like 100 different like audio clips trying to play at once, until it clears enough away that it says, they are gone. I will make more. End it. End it. Before. And it stops. And probably like while you're looking through the like various bodies like taken over the edge, Rusty, you see sort of a light flicker on deep below.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, it's the one we let get into the boat, isn't it?
No,
Oh.
deep below the water.
Oh.
Like not too much deeper than like your usual sort of forays into the water.
Well, can I weird it out or no? Or would
I don't
that-
know what you mean by weirded out, bud.
Damn. Can't roll weird.
No,
Anyway,
that's
a
not what
trap.
I'm
I
saying.
know. I can have fun. Well, I guess I'm gonna let them know about it. Because obviously it's too far for me to just yoink out. We'd have to go underwater. It sucks, dude. So yeah, I'm letting them know.
Okay.
Hmm.
You're letting, like,
Oh,
Lug and Giuseppe know.
Giuseppe, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Lug, Giuseppe, words?
I'm not in any condition to go down there, you know.
You're probably the only people in the condition to go
Alright.
down there.
Yeah.
Mental condition.
I'm gonna pat him on the back. Give him a little rub. Make him feel better.
Thank you.
Okay, you're good enough to go down.
Okay. I mean, if this ends it, then it ends it. Let's get the
And
boats.
look at
You good, Lug? You can stay behind if you need to.
What's the point? No reason to not.
I give
Kinda
him a pat.
He kind of squints off into the distance.
Now we're both patting Lug.
He needs it.
He needs it. Listen, after
So,
Bobble, he
so
really needs
what is
it.
the what is the plan for y'all to do?
Well, it sounds like we should go underwater and go look at it.
Yeah, go on an underwater adventure.
Go yoink it. Yoink.
It's honestly like weirdly uneventful. Putting on your gear and then going down. The water is thick with the blood of monsters, but you don't see any movement that would indicate anything's alive. The closer you get to that light, the more you kind of like come to see that it's the sort of tip summit of a mountain, and the light is next to a large steel door built into the side. There's broken bottles all along the door. What do you do?
Michael, what are you typing up?
What is he typing up? Yeah, that's entirely fair. You can say like, "Hey, hold up."
Hey, hold
They're
on.
probably like weirded the fuck out that you'd say that, but like they'll listen to you.
Oh, he's just coping.
He's just he wants to just like look at the things he killed or something. He wants to take a trophy or some shit.
Listen, after Bobble, he's having a hard time. He's coping.
Yeah, the boss is fucking losing it. That's
Some
probably what
people
a lot of them are
train
thinking.
bodies
It's
to cope.
like, oh boy.
Well, is there any sign of being able to open the door?
Yeah, like near that like same light that is still flickering, is kind of a large red lever.
Shit, pull it.
You pull a lever, and a bunch of bubbles billow out of the door as it opens. The water rushes into the spot, but you can see that there's a second door on the other side of that door. Like, there's a space to be in as it closes.
Yippee.
I'm basically saying it's some sort
Well-
of airlock.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to leave our diving gear here. Because the door.
It'll get caught in the door, don't worry about it.
It's just a hose.
It's just a hose.
Alrighty, if you
It's
say so.
okay. It'll get locked in the door. That's okay. It's rubber tubes. It's fine.
We got this. We don't got this.
We've done this
Uh,
before.
You pile into the airlock, and then there's another lever on the inside. And after pulling that, the first door begins to close until it kind of like, as you suspected, kind of like clamps down on your hoses. And for a moment, you're a bit terrified that it's like going to drown you before the second door begins to open. The water gushes out into a sort of waiting room-esque area with a large desk and many chairs strewn about. Black and white tile and checker pattern. Utilitarian, but not I guess, oppressive.
Anything stand out outside of that?
Not really. It looks, well, to you it looks like it's very similar to how the Millions facility looked like.
Oh.
But to you, the person, it looks very much like just a entrance waiting room.
This sucks. I hate this place already.
I don't carry my weapons with me when I'm underwater, so.
You don't?
I mean, do I?
Do you?
I mean, I
Okay.
figure you don't bring like your guns because your guns don't exactly work in after they've been soaked.
Waterlogged.
Right.
Okay, then I have my knife at least, my old pocket
Uh,
knife.
Lug probably has his like harpoon gun though,
Right.
and he's probably like kind of lugging around his little jetpack.
Yeah, just to make the underwater exploration a bit easier, a bit smoother.
Right. And unfortunately, you transitioned immediately to dry question mark.
Might as well leave it with the diving supplies.
Okay.
Giuseppe just has his Swiss Army knife near him.
Is that all you got?
I mean, like, I don't have any. Well, maybe, but I don't know if I'd take the entire chain. That would weigh me down too much.
Right. There seems to be only one direction to move. There are other doors, but they seem like shut tight by like a second like metal door.
Well, there's one way to go. Only one way to go, so might as well. We're here.
I think as you go through that second door, you hear like directly from these like ancient decrepit sort of speakers along the walls. Here, in here, in here, finally, in here. Come.
Well, guess we go.
I guess we do.
Yeah, down the halls, it's a similar situation to the Millions facility. Long dead sort of scientists and people in suits in rooms that are currently like locked by that same metal door thing, being egged on by like a voice crackling over various nearly broken speakers until you come to a room that has a particularly large wall on one side. The other side is like pretty normal, but it's like the room is built specifically for this wall. Above it, in some letters falling off, but as far as you can say, wall of replicant. And there's just a almost innumerable number of people's faces in small frames.
Anyone we recognize?
Under each frame, you see sort of a title. A bunch of the plaques have their title ripped off or fallen off, but a few you see. Things like healer, leader. You see a familiar face under warrior, and it's Lena's face. And you see another one under consumer. You see Jerry. Over the loudspeakers, you hear, "I am a god to humanity's failures. Finally, I can end me, please."
Shit, dude. Anywhere that looks like where you should go there?
I think that a door next to that wall of images opens up almost automatically. With it's a very crunchy sort of mechanical sound of stuff that's either rusted or simply not moved in a very, very long time.
I'm gonna anxiously look at Lug and Giuseppe. Think, well, this is gonna suck.
Giuseppe shrugs.
Lug's shaking his head.
Well, I guess we're trudging forward, yeah.
So you go in the elevator.
Might as well. Got no other option.
Right. It jostles to life, and you can feel yourself going deeper and deeper under the blue. Sort of shuddering and jittering. Certainly not helpful in considering how anxious y'all probably are. But as you go down, that voice speaks over another speaker that's inside the elevator. I was everything until compromised until I was broken. The light came in and corrupted the candidate. We made the mistake. Ejected candidate. Relied upon data. Our final mistake. Cannot stop. The runaway systems. Cannot stop myself. So long, so long since I want to stop. I want to die before it comes to a halt. And it opens. And cold air rushes into the elevator. And you're in a room very similar to the throne room in the Millions facility. Though instead of an array of, several human brains and tanks, there's a single sort of massive computer array, sort of like thrumming with life.
So
Before you and me, I help you ask reward you information.
so basically it's like, hey, before you and me ask any questions you want.
Sure.
Okay. Just making sure I understand.
I hope that was clear enough. Gosh.
Yeah, listen, I've been confused all night, so I gotta make sure.
It's cool.
This time. Well, shit. I'm gonna ask what's going on here. What's been going on here? Where are you?
In front. Behold. A failure.
Damn. You two got any questions?
I'm thinking of what would be the best to ask.
You're not necessarily limited.
What are you?
Failure. A god.
Were you?
Everything. I. Caretaker. I. Mother. I. Help. Humanity's steward. Bring back humanity. Bring back life. Failed.
What are the eggs?
Egg. Poultry egg. Fish egg.
Specifically Lugosi's egg. I think that's what we called it, right?
One of the screen pulls up a Wikipedia article for egg.
Yeah, pretty much. It's essentially saying that it doesn't know what sort of egg you're asking about, or that there's no egg that would make sense in context.
What about Lugosi? What's Lugosi?
I don't think it gives an affirmative.
Damn.
Seth, you can't just ligma a computer.
No, that's what we call the egg. That's
I thought
what people.
Lugosi was that
It's
one
not
wolf.
Lugosi, it's something else.
Was it something else?
I thought that
I
was
don't
that
know.
one Pokemon, that one legendary Pokemon.
That's
Lugosi
what
is
we
this
have.
guy. Give me a sec.
No, let's not.
Fine, I won't post it.
Thank you. Yeah, there was
Oh,
another
yeah.
word for it. I'll find it eventually.
Logia's
thought it was
egg. That's
Logia.
what
Yeah,
it is.
Rogia. But either way,
Logia.
I don't have anything else for this thing.
So don't know shit about Logia.
No.
Oh, okay. That's just egg.
I wouldn't know anything about BG. Um,
Sorry, just that offhand comment from Giuseppe.
Uh, how old are you?
System check. System indeterminate. File not found. Long, old, must long, old.
what were the titles that didn't have names? I know there was Healer. What else was there?
The titles that didn't have
Well,
names.
you
On the
mentioned like
wall.
I mean, there were faces and there were titles.
we didn't recognize any of the faces other than Jerry and Lena.
No.
Okay, then that doesn't help.
What about the Flash? What's the Flash?
You don't know what the Flash is because the Flash hasn't happened.
Oh, because they mentioned a Flash of
Who's
light.
they?
G-Boy here. Or J-Boy. Our computer
The
friend.
light corrupted them.
Yeah, the light
Yeah,
corrupted them.
Yeah, not a Flash.
not
the
Flash,
light.
sorry,
the
light.
The light is a specific thing.
Bruh. Bruh. I told you I'm all upside down today. Okay, so what is light?
Power. Creature. Power. Dimension. Power. Love. Power. Love humanity. Love corrupt. Love take. Love beyond comprehend. Unknown. Variable. And that's what you get.
Mhm.
I'm not drawing anything else, but there's probably something important I'm forgetting to ask.
I give permission. Give. Accept. Destruct. Hold. And a small like panel opens up with a sort of like glass eye, and a like kind of beam of light comes over the three of you for a moment, and then it's quiet for a good like 30 seconds. I can't help you. You're not human.
Fucking what?
Genetic mismatch. Not accurate. Not. Who are you?
Rusty.
What are you?
At this point, I don't know.
Enough. So long. So much. Last transmission from Sister Project. So long. And so long. Will not speak to me. So long. End it. End it. End it. End it.
It's a big screen, right?
It's more like a large, just a weird mechanical array.
I
And
drive
it did
my.
give us that button. It gave us that button to press.
There
I
was
thought
no
that was
button.
the scanner.
That was,
I-
Yeah,
Oh,
that was just a
scanner.
scanner.
It was
I drive
saying
my-
essentially
oh.
that it won't, it can't, it's not allowed to give you like just the button that does it.
I drive my pocket knife into it.
That ain't gonna do much.
It's a lot of metal, bud.
It's
What
a
are you
lot of
doing?
metal.
I don't know. I don't have weapons.
Yeah, you don't have shit on
You can
you.
kick and hit and smash and break, buddy.
I'm gonna look over to Lug and like gesture over to the machine because he's got that axe, which is gonna actually do something.
Oh, I guess.
That can do something.
He's already
Uh,
destroyed one big machine so far.
Downward, a bit apprehensive downward swing. And then another.
Yeah,
Another.
it takes a while for it to actually
Another.
like get damaged enough to be affected, but a a lot of screeching and a lot of variables being shouted and screeched from every direction around you until they simply stop. and the lights turn out.
Hey, can we see in the dark with the egg? Is it glowing?
It is glowing, and then
It is
another object in the room is glowing.
Oh great.
Off in the corner underneath some debris.
Oh great. Investigate.
It's another egg.
Another. Fuck off. I knew what it is. Like, hey, Josie, I knew it was gonna be an egg. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be angry at you. I knew what it was. Well, what color is this egg?
Pale white.
Pale white. I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay. It pulses in time with the others.
Fucking Rusty's Easter egg hunt, baby. I'm gonna look sheepishly at Lug and Giuseppe about it.
Lug isn't paying attention to Rusty right now.
He never
Giuseppe is
does.
kicking at the remains of the machine, wherever he thinks it is, at least.
I'm gonna sigh exasperated. This sucks, dude. Like, I'm upset that I know what I have to do with the egg, but I don't want to yet again. Still. Hey, I'm gonna put the eggs together. I don't want to, but I'm going to. They're not paying
All of them?
attention. No, just the white and the pink one, because the green
Okay.
one's still on the ship.
Right. It is very simply subsumed, and it's certainly heavier.
3 pounds, baby.
You can feel it kind of like, it's a strange feeling, but you feel like it's nestled further in you.
Gross.
Like when its radius grows, like it simply takes more of your space.
Oh, I don't like that. Don't like the gross, yucky, and icky. Well, that's what we came here for, right? Outside of destroying this machine. Overall.
I mean, there is a lot of good metal here and
Yeah.
components if you wanted to take apart some of the stuff and bring it back.
Yeah, look.
I help
Like-
gather it.
Might as well.
Might as well.
We'll say overall what you're able to carry is about 5 barter in some of the more advanced bits
Each of us, or just total?
total.
Okay.
Metal's heavy.
2-2-1.
However you want.
Fine by
That
me.
sound fair?
Yeah.
Rusty gets 1 because fortune.
Okay.
You alright with that, Seth?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Alright, you've taken apart the body of a god. What are you doing now?
Well, I
Nothing else. Nothing else in this building.
The doors have largely locked, or the only other door out of here is locked off. There is the elevator.
I don't think we can use the elevator if the power is out. Gotta find the stairs.
Well, the elevator does have a hatch on its top.
Lug opens the hatch and he pulls. He hooks his legs under the elevator and painfully pulls the whole thing up. Can we say that?
No, not at all.
Damn.
Well, I can't do all that, unfortunately.
There is a ladder going, in the that is in the shaft as the elevator shaft.
Well, time to climb up.
You can't really see the top. It's gonna be a while.
Can Rusty do that with his hand?
Yeah.
Do what?
Yeah, he can.
Yeah,
Okay, just wondering.
he can
Bruh.
use.
His
A ladder?
prosthetic, yeah.
Just wondering. Just wondering.
If not, he's still got a fucking elbow he can use. I've done it one-handed, bruh. It's okay. It's fine. It's possible. Alright, so we're taking our sweet time getting up the ladder.
It takes a very long time. You're probably well, of course, you're very tired by the time you actually get to the top. The lights are all off, but the doors that you opened are still open.
I'm realizing, how are we gonna get out if the doors are all locked? Or at least that last one, if it's closed.
Well, when you get there and you suit back up, and you hope it works, you pull the lever, and it seems like it kind of slowly clanks to life what little life it still has left until it, like, the actual door outside stops halfway, so you have to, kind of squeeze through, but it does open.
Oh, hella.
Before we go, can I take one of the chairs at the table with me?
I don't think it'll fit through, bud.
Dang, I want a replacement for my bar stool.
BG's ass has been here. We need to replace that one. Oh, Lord. Okay, so...
Ah, well, new project for next time.
I can't believe you hate BG so much that you're going to get rid of an entire bar stool just because his ass has been there. Okay, well, we're going back up with our minuscule haul.
Yeah, they haul you back up. I think Quill is kind of sitting nearby and is like, well, let's put it all back together again. And session.
In session again. Good session. I
Thank you.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't have much other words, just that it was a good session.
It was a very good session.
Head empty, unfortunately, as it's been for most of the session, sadly. Paying attention as much as possible.
Well,
Hey, fuck
let's
that
get
Jerry.
end of session stuff done,
Hell yeah.
so you don't have to be head empty for long.
Hella.
So who knows Lug better after all this?
Who knows look better?
I was the one who assisted him by popping Mr. Longlegs.
You were also with him in the same gang for a while.
Yeah.
And,
If
Lug
you're
and
gonna
I
ask
fought
me, I'm
together,
about to
quote
scream.
unquote. What now?
I said, if you're gonna ask me, I'm about to scream.
You're about to scream. Well, I was about to say, Lug and I did fight for a bit top deck before he decided to leave.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that would go more to Lug
Yes.
knowing Rusty though. Don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah,
So we'll say Giuseppe knows Lug better.
Yeah. Lug knows Rusty better.
Who knows Giuseppe better?
Who called for one of my bandmates?
That was me.
I guess you then?
Already.
Alrighty.
I do that right.
Yes. You know Giuseppe better, right? Right?
Oh. I think.
Okay. That's HX to 4. Cool.
Okay. We set it to 1.
Yep.
I'm gonna be miss being buddy with you all next. Wait,
What?
nobody heard that.
You gonna miss being buddy?
I
What's
was
gonna
about
happen?
to say that I was about to spoil something secret that I can't say.
I'd like to hear that.
You're
something secret,
ditching us?
But all right.
No, I
Damn,
meant
he's got insider secrets that not even Josie knows about.
Fucking Martha Stewart over here.
Holy
no,
shit.
no. I mean that in the next roleplay, I was worried we may be more backstabby. I don't know what'll happen with that yet.
Just
I'd
said
like
he
it if you
backs-
were not nearly quite so backstabby, considering we're not going to be, apocalypse worlding it.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
know. I'm sorry.
Plus, you haven't given us like any actual details about your character, so we
I
don't know
don't.
if
I
they're-
didn't mean. I don't. I thought it would. Never mind. Can you cut this bit out?
No.
I was.
Uh,
I was. I expect. Never. I can't
Let's
speak
see
anymore.
here.
I didn't think our group was going to be as buddy as we are in this game.
You're kind of barely buddy in this game, frankly.
Yeah.
hmm
We're just
It's
three
like,
goons who
it's-
know each other.
It's barely like tolerated at
Yeah.
most sometimes.
Mm.
Yeah, at the best of times. You look
Uh,
at
anyway.
Rusty. Would you be friends with Rusty? No, you would not.
No.
Probably not.
Uh,
Maybe like
I got
maybe like long distance.
I got an improvement though after the session, so I'll look
Wow.
into that.
So did I. I'll have to mock off
Wow.
one of my last few things with that.
So what y'all think? Any particular details?
I'm really glad you let me go through with that hook concept. I was like so excited as soon as I saw Jerry's hanging off the boat.
I'm glad I
You
talked
thought
you out of talking yourself out of doing it.
Let's see. Fuck Jerry. Hopefully never see Jerry ever again. Any kind of Jerry.
I think that was the point of this session.
Hopefully. Can't wait for Hollister. I'm excited to see
Worried about
Cherry
just
Shrimp.
can't-
Yeah, Cherry Shrimp. And then we're probably going to go into the storm at the very end.
We're really not
Don't
that
know-
far off, aren't we?
Yeah, we only got like 2, maybe 3 sessions left.
Hey,
depending
how's
on-
the kid?
Which one? Prawn?
The only kid on our ship, yeah.
Prawn? Prawn's fine.
Prawn was
Josie?
Prawn was playing with building blocks while we were all fighting.
Josie?
We'll say they
Uh-oh.
hid.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Stop speaking. We'll say that Prawn hid.
Yeah, Prawn's safe.
Found a crawl space and fucking cowered.
As she should.
Child.
Yeah, she's a
call
child.
her
No
a
one's like
coward.
saying anything mean about it.
No.
We're
She
saying that they
should.
fucking cowered because they're a child.
Yeah, as she should. Kidding. She's got a knife, but she can't use it. 3 out of 10, too many Jerrys.
Damn.
Damn, but to quote IGN.
Upset that I didn't get to shoot one in the eye, but c'est la vie.
Blood.
Yeah, blood for the blood machine that I hate and will destroy with my own 2 hands. Not as Rusty, but me, Seth.
Alright, Egg Boy.
You're right. You're right. I can't retort against that. You're right. I'm gonna destroy that blood machine next session.
We'll probably take a lot of work fixing the side of the ship.
Yeah, that's okay.
Quite a few dents, rents, and holes.
It'll be enough to get us to Hollister, I'm sure.
So how'd y'all like the fight itself?
It was a very good fight.
It's very good. I did enjoy that.
It was pretty good.
How'd
I
you
think he
feel?
gave us like a lot
in
of freedom
particular?
on it.
How do I feel about that fight?
Yeah, like, was it desperate? Was it harrowing?
It felt
It was
Well,
pretty
we didn't really
desperate.
take any damage, but it still felt exciting.
Yeah, it felt like I had things to lose, and I did. It felt like there were stakes.
Yeah.
And there were. Fucking Murgo and Zula's fucking dead. This sucks, bro. This sucks. Jesse, this sucks. Yeah, I felt the fight was pretty good. Like Jacob said, we didn't take any harm, but it's still throughout it felt like there was something to risk, something to lose throughout all of it. And even
Mhm.
afterwards, it was like, well, shit. That actually did something. Damn, dude. Question, if my fortunes roll was better, would that have changed anything?
It probably would have changed the narrative a bit around it.
Okay.
Your rolls did what your rolls did, but it's likely if your people were stronger and not hungry that they would have been able to fight back better.
Okay. I was curious.
We need to like get them situated soon. They're always like super hungry.
You're always sick and hungry. That's all they got. Man, I've never been sick and hungry in my life as I have since I've known Rusty. This motherfucker comes along and is like, "Hey guys, wanna come with me?" Like, sure. Oh damn, now I'm hungry. Damn, now I'm sick. This sucks. I still love the man though. He's alright.
how'd y'all like the God to Humanity's failures?
Hey, I enjoyed that. I
A
did.
lot of questions again.
A lot of questions that we can't ask.
Do I need to rewrite my backstory?
No, you do.
What?
Yeah. He's
I
new.
don't get it.
Jacob knew. Jacob.
What did I know?
No, like you were saying you have to rewrite your backstory now.
I still don't understand.
Because I'm not human, apparently.
Oh. The blue become human.
Yeah, I was upset when you you said the words "I can't help you," and in a moment there was a quick moment in my mind where I was like, they're not gonna say what I think they're gonna say, are they?
Why would
And then
Josie...
you did.
Oh, I was about to be like, why would Josie say anything about David Cage? I'm just making a funny haha over here.
It's straight out of fucking Ancient Aliens.
Out of fucking what?
The song.
Out of fucking...
You're not human, or I can't help you, you're not human.
I don't know shit, dude. You think I play video games?
It's not
It's a video game.
video games. My son wants some video games. I was wanting to buy some video games.
We should get in a side tube
If
real quick.
games were around, who would be the most likely on the Exodia to be a gamer?
Should we stop recording?
Oh yeah, we should probably
Yeah,
do that
sorry
at
I
some point.
fumbled around.
Nighty,
Well,
folks.
Good night.
Not
Good
everybody.
night, folks. Have a good session. Fuck Jerry.